this case use. Dear students, how are you all? Hope you all are staying home and staying safe. Okay, today we are going to see in this video Microsoft Word basics. Okay, so now let's see the components of Microsoft Word. See the components here. We have Office button, Quick Access toolbar, title bar, and some of the tabs. Under tabs you have some of the groups under the ribbon. So Home tab you have clipboard, font, paragraph, styles, group. The same way you have various groups in these tabs. Okay, then we have scale over here, which will adjust your left, right, top and bottom margin, and the right side you have the scroll bar to scroll your screen from top to bottom. Under you have status bar. Okay, now let's see the features one by one. So we have home button. So under that we have clipboard group. You have copy, cut and paste option over here. So next we have font group. Okay, so you can change the font style, size and type of the font. You can grow, shrink font, and then you can make strike through, subscript, superscript, highlighting color, so cases. All these are there in this font group. So let's see the font one by one. So let's take some of the content over here. Okay, so now let's see how to format your text. Okay, so formatting can be done using font group, paragraph group. Okay, and you can change the styles also using this styles group. Okay, so now first let's see what is this font. Okay, so for example, before going for the font, you should know how to select word, select a line, select a sentence, select a paragraph, select the whole document. Selecting whole document means what? Select all. Select all can be done in two ways. One is pressing the Control A keyboard shortcut, or you can go to this editing option and select all option. You can select, it will be selected. Okay, one is that if you want to select only one word using the keyboard, I'm telling you all now, okay, which is the easy way. If you're not comfortable in handling mouse, you can use the keyboard and select anything. Okay, just if you want to select only one word, double click the word. Okay, so if I want to change the size of this particular font because it's a heading. So I want to change the color. So where I will go to font color. Just stick the cursor over there. Wherever you want, it will show you what is that icon about. Change the font color to red. So I want to underline it. So what is this bold, italic, underline? Okay, that is to change the style of your font. So what is the shortcuts for it? Control plus B for bold, Control plus I for italic, Control plus U for underline. Okay, so now I formatted the particular word. So I wanted to change some other things like this full content. So how will I select it? Using the mouse and also using the keyboard. So first way is using the keyboard. I will tell you, shift plus arrow key, right arrow key. One by one it will select. If you wanted to select the whole sentence, what you should do? Shift plus end. Okay, if you want to select multiple lines, shift plus arrow key now, down arrow key. So this is the way you will select the sentence, a word and multiple words using the keyboard. So now let's go for the mouse, how to select using the mouse. So what you do, usually what you'll do, you'll click the left mouse button and drag it, right? So what you will do, go to the starting word and click the left mouse button, keep selecting. One way is this. What is the other way of selecting using the mouse? If you want to select the first line fully, so what should you do? Go to the left side of the particular sentence. You will see the arrow key over here. Just click. It will be selected. Same way you can click the left mouse button and keep dragging in this way also. Okay, this way you can select the particular word, sentence, paragraph, whole document. Okay, now you're clear with the selecting. Once you select it properly, then you can format in any of the ways. So now if I'm selecting only the particular 3 lines using the mouse, okay, so now I can change my font type. So any of the font, if I want in that way. So if you want to change the size of the font, can be changed like this. So see the numbers over here, 8, 9, 10. If you wanted to change it in different way like 16.5, it can also be typed and changed. Okay, so next is grow font, shrink font. So grow means what? Increase the size. Shrink is decrease the size. So can you see the keyboard shortcut for everything under this only? See Control plus greater than symbol. Shrink font, Control plus less than symbol. Next is what? Clear formatting. If you click, every format will get cleared. So now what I did? Control plus Z to undo something. If I say Control plus Y, what will happen? Redo. Only if you undo, you can redo it. So you can use this undo option in two ways. One is using the keyboard shortcut Control plus Z, Control plus Z for undo, Control plus Y for redo, and you can go to this quick access toolbar. From here also you can do it. Like this is undo, this is redo button. Okay, you should remember only if you do, you can redo something. Okay, so now let's see some other options. Like, see, this is change case. You have sentence case. Already we are typing in sentence case. What is meant by sentence case? Always starting after full stop, you will start from capital letter. Okay, after comma, small letter. Okay, starting of the paragraph, capital letters. That is sentence case. If you want only lowercase, you can go for lowercase. You can see the change over here. Only lowercase letters. If you wanted only uppercase letters, you can change it like this. If you wanted capitalize the each word starts with capital letter, that can also be possible. Now toggle case means what? Opposite to capitalize each word case. Okay, so now you can go back to sentence case. Okay, so this is the way it will work on. Okay, next is what? Shading, like text highlighting. Highlighting you used to do using the highlighter. The same way you can highlight the particular text. Okay, now you know font color, we changed it already. Now come to paragraph group. Okay, we have bullets and numbering over here. This is bullets and this is numbering. For example, if I wanted to number this particular word, so what should I do? I should select it. Shift plus end and shift plus arrow keys. Shift plus arrow keys. So it will be selected. Now this I have to apply my numbering or bulleted list over here. So see here, by default we will have dots. If you wanted to change it, you can change it any of the bullets over here. If you wanted to change it as numbers, see like this, you can change any of the numbers from here. Okay, if I'm changing like this, you can change. This is for nested list, we can say. List under the other list. Okay, so sometimes you may have subtitles and sub contents. Again, go back to the heading. So for that we can use this nested list format. Next, indenting. So what do you mean by this indenting? See, this is increase indent, this is decrease indent. Okay, so this is decrease indent, this is to increase indent. It keeps on moving like this. Okay, next one is sorting. When it comes to numbers or alphabets, you can sort it over here in this way. Next is alignment, left, right, justified and center alignment. Left alignment, okay, center alignment. If you see this particular sentence, if I am selecting the first three lines, okay, so I am going to align this. Left alignment, center alignment, right alignment, justified alignment. So justification is what? It will adjust the particular words in the left side and right side, so it won't look odd. So you can see the keyboard shortcuts for this also. So it's Control plus L for left, Control plus E for center, Control plus right for right alignment, Control plus J for justified alignment. Next is what? We have to see the line spacing. So how your line spacing should look like. See, select particular sentences and go for the line spacing. So if I wanted one line spacing or 1.15 or 1.5 or 1.2.0 or 2.5, it keeps on going. If you want more options, you can go to line spacing options over here. So from here you can change the line spacing. Okay, this way also can be possible. Okay, so there is no line spacing between these lines because I have given it as 0.5. So that can be changed using the keyboard shortcuts also. How? Control plus 1 for 1 line spacing, Control plus 2 for 2 line spacing, Control plus 5 for 1.5 line spacing. Next is what? Text shading. So you know how you just see the first three lines, that is I have highlighted the text. So now I am going to shade the text. How this is working, you see, any color you can use, shade the text. You understood the difference between the shading and the highlighting the text. I hope so. If you wanted different colors, how do you do? Go there, go for the more colors, theme colors you have. But if you want more colors, if you have standard colors, you can select any of the color, or if you wanted to custom the particular color, you can custom that particular color. Just drag this arrow using the left mouse button. Okay, it will customize its color and it will be applied over here. So, okay, so next one is borders and shading. So you can give borders for the particular text which you are working on. So see, this is what borders and shading. From here you have so many options here. Bottom border, top, left, right, no, but all borders. If I am giving like this, it will be working like this. So if you want only outside borders, see, it will toggle between. Okay, it will give you outside borders. If you again click on outside borders, it will remove the outside borders. Okay, so if you say bottom border, it will add the bottom border, top border, left border, then right border. So it keeps on going this way. Okay, left border. So now if I wanted page border, so what should I do? Click on this border and go to borders and shading over here. It will open you borders and shading dialog box. We have 3 tabs over here: border, page border and shading. Okay, so now borders only for the particular text which you have selected. Page border, if you wanted page border, so what should you do? You can go for anything: box, shadow, 3D or custom. Okay, if I'm using box, so you have so many styles over here. Okay, click any of the styles you wanted. So if I'm wanting this, click OK, it will be applied. So if you wanted some design, some artwork in your border, it can also be possible. Go to border and select this artwork. Okay, select the artwork and it will be, if you say OK, it will be applied to the text. Okay, so this for every page it will be available. Okay, if you want to remove it, you can press Ctrl Z. Okay, again Ctrl Z. I don't want any of the borders here. Okay, so next one is text styles. See, if you select the whole text, Ctrl plus A. Okay, and if I select this, see, these are styles. You don't want to change everything separately. There is a sum of set of styles are available that can be used anytime over here like this. So you have so many options over here. Any options you can select and format your text. Okay, so if I don't want, I will go back to normal. Okay, so I can select like this. This is the way also you can change. You can change the styles test over here like this: elegant, fantasy, formal, manuscript, modern, traditional, Word 2003, 7, all this way. Next, colors you can give. So there are set of colors over here that can also be applied for your set of styles. Okay, these are the fonts. See, fonts can also be changed over here also, and it will change the colors also like this. Okay, so next is finding and replacing. So you all know finding is what? Finding some word or sentence and replacing it with some other sentence. For example, if I am finding some sentence like internet. Okay, so find it, find next. So wherever internet is there, it will show you. So if I am saying replace, so replace is internet networking. If I am changing it as, it will get changed. So what will happen if you say replace, only one word, particular word which is selected will get replaced. If you say replace all, every word will get selected as, corrected as internet networking. This is the use of find and replace. Next is go to. Go to that particular page. If you say page number, if you are using with multiple pages, it will be useful for you. If you want to go to particular section or particular line, so all this can be possible using this go to option. So hope you are clear with home tab and its groups. So in the next class we will see the other options, basic options available in the Microsoft Word. Okay, now let's see how to close and exit. What is the difference between closing and exiting? Okay, so now let's see what is save and save as, what is close and exit. Okay, so now see, save. So first time if you are saving a document, you have to go to the save option. If you have already saved it, again if you want to save in the same place, if some update has happened, you can just save it. If you wanted to save in some other location, or if you wanted to save the updated version in some other location, so what should you do? Go to save as and save it in some other place. So change it in, save it in downloads. I'm just saving it and putting it. Okay, that is the difference between save and save as. Once first time if you're saving, you have to go to file and save, and it will be saved. If you again and again, if you're saving in the same place, you can give file save, it will be saved. If you want to save it in the some other location, the updated version should be saved in some other locations. That time you can use file save as option. Okay, so now close. Close means what? It will close only the particular document. It will ask you if you want to save the changes, you can save, otherwise you can do. Okay, only the document will be closed. If you say file exit, the whole Word document will get closed. Okay children, hope you are clear with this. Next class we will see some more features of basic features of Microsoft Word. Thank you.